It is good to see everybody here. Welcome to our stream, our watch along for Impact Wrestling. It is the night of May the 5th, day after the 4th of May, the Star Wars Day. Hope you're all doing well. This is going to be an exciting episode of Impact Wrestling because tonight we're going to be seeing Ishii. He's going to be in action against Jonah. And we're going to be seeing WRC in action. We're going to be seeing a lot of good matches tonight. They've already announced it on ImpactWrestling.com that tonight is going to be a night of the matches. It's going to be a few series of good matches here tonight. I think each of them are pretty intriguing. This is going to be a good show. As you can see, the preview for it also looks pretty interesting. We're going to be seeing WRC in action against Brian Myers. We're going to be seeing Ishii in actions against PCO. So, good series of matches they've been planned tonight for Impact. Let's see how this all goes down, but it's good to see everybody. It's good to see Bobby. Bobby says, I like the match between Giselle Shaw and Tanil Dashwood. That's nice, brother. I believe that they had a match on the BTI tonight, so, before the Impact, the pre-show for Impact Wrestling, that's where they had the match. That's great, Bobby. I'm glad that you enjoyed the match. I'm pretty sure that must have been a good match. After all, Giselle Shaw is such a performer, and so is Tanil Dashwood. Makes for a great match. And good evening, True. Hope you're doing well, brother. Impact Wrestling, we also have PCO in action tonight. That's going to be a good match, yeah. We're going to be seeing a lot of good matches here tonight for sure. Again, Ishii's going to be in action, which is great. And as you know, this is the go-home show for Impact Wrestling's Under Siege event. There are a lot of matches happening. There's a lot of specials happening for Impact Wrestling these days, a lot of them. So we're going to be seeing Ishii versus Steve Macklin. That's happening tonight. We're going to be seeing Brian Myers versus WRC. We're seeing Swan and Willie Mack versus Jay White and Chris Bay. We're going to be seeing Ace Austin versus Rocky Romero for the X Division title. So it's a good show. It's going to be a good show for sure. And Chris is here. Good to see you, my brother Chris. Hope you're doing well. And Bobby has sent me something on Instagram. Let's take a look. 1 second. Let's see what his Bobby sent. Oh. Wow. So Persia has already been announced for an event, as Bobby has sent a picture here, basically proving that Persia has already been announced for an independent event. So Persia, of course, she was recently cut from NXT. She was let go from the company, and now she has already been booked for an independent event. That's very quick, and she is still on, there's the no-compete clause, but for her to literally, sign up for another independent show and announce it even before the non-compete clause is over is interesting. Exciting. I'm excited for Monster Balls. Yep, it's going to be a good night. And of course, we're going to be seeing a lot of Impact Wrestling specials coming up. We're going to be seeing, oh wow, look at that. May Day is happening on Impact. May the 8th is on May Day. Impact special is happening. We know Under Siege also happening very soon. So, interesting for sure. And so Under Siege is happening on May the 15th, and May Day is happening on May the 8th. May the 8th, of course, it's the same place where Under Siege is happening. May Day will also be happening at the very same venue. And let's take a look at the card. They have El Phantasmo versus Kenny King. They have the Good Brothers versus Matt Taven and Mike Bennett. They have Josh Alexander in action. They have Ishii in action. And they have a gauntlet match too. So May Day doesn't look too bad. And May Day will be airing, in the coming weeks on TV. The normal Thursday time slot. It will not be appearing as a special, but instead as a, as a TV show. Indeed. So that's interesting. And I can see Surf Wrestling's here, and he says, since WWE's opening for crossovers, let's get a dream match. Ricochet versus Ace Austin. That'd be nice for sure. That'd be cool. But I wonder if they're going to give the, a spotlight like that to Ricochet. I hope they do, but you never know. I picked WRC. That's right. As we can see here, Marcy and Myers. It's a one-on-one match. Let's see who goes over here. Morrissey, we saw him last night. It wasn't the best night of his life, of course. Morrissey took the beating. He took the loss at the hands of Wardlow. Wardlow is the machine, and AEW is Wardlow's territory. So Morrissey was there to put him over only. But tonight is a different picture. Tonight, Morrissey is in his home territory, is at Impact Wrestling. So I do expect for Morrissey to go over and Bryce to go under. AJ, Taya tweet on Twitter that she would like to wrestle against Persia. Okay, that's nice. I like that too, for sure. That'd be a good match. I think Mayday will have Dakota Kai debut against Tasha Steelz. It's going to happen. They have not announced Tasha Steelz yet, for the match, for the show, so it could happen. But again, if it happens, the Dakota Kai appearance or debut will be spoiled because Mayday is not going to be airing live. Instead, Mayday will be, airing in the coming weeks on the normal Thursday time slot, the Impact Wrestling time slot, so it's not going to be a live event. So if that has to happen, I believe Under Siege makes a little more sense for a Dakota Kai debut to happen, maybe Under Siege, because Mayday, it just seems like, it's not going to be live, so we'll see. And as we can see here, Brian Myers stacking up the table. Mr. Davis, good to see you. And bye, yeah. Sweet. Alright, and Brian Myers stacking up the table. WMRC with the counter, with the uppercut to Myers, and Myers goes down ringside. Sweet. And of course, this is my favorite referee, Mr. Brandon Toll, the first guest on the Wrassing Show. The first person to ever appear as a guest on the Wrassing Show was Mr. Brandon Toll, the guy in the ring right now, the referee. Wow, those were the days. That's right, Under Siege. That's right, Surf. Under Siege should happen. Yeah, looking forward to it. Under Siege is going to be happening on May the 15th. So, a week away from now, Under Siege happens. It's going to be interesting. Dakota Kai non-compete clause ends May 29th. Wow, thanks for that. So, there we go. That's not going to be happening either because Under Siege is May 15th. How did I forget about the non-compete clause? That's right, it cannot happen until, the end of May at least. That's right. Thanks for that, Chris. And True says Morrissey to win. That's right, Morrissey's got to win. He's dominating so far, looking so good. And we can see Victor is here. Brother Victor, good to see you. Hello. Hope you're having a great week. We have made it all the way to Thursday. Can you believe it? Time flies when you're having a good week in wrestling. And indeed, this week has been a great week in wrestling. Raw, NXT, AEW, and now Impact. It's been a fantastic week. Friday, I don't expect it to be any less. I think it's going to be a great Friday. Saturday, we're going to get one day off before Sunday's WrestleMania Backlash. So, good days ahead. That's right. May Day announced Good Brothers versus Honor No More Mike Bennett. That's right. May 8th. But May Day is not going to be a live event, so we'll have to wait to see that match. That's right. Slammiversary makes sense, Surf. That's right. I picked WMRC to win, says Bobby. Under Siege is Saturday. Under Siege is May 5th, Wait a second. I'm getting my things confused here. Wait. That's right. Under Siege is actually this Saturday, not next Saturday, this Saturday. I was looking at the time for next year. That's right. Under Siege is this Saturday. That's what I thought earlier. Right. It's happening on the same night as May Day. So May Day is just going to be a series of matches that they're going to be pre-recording to air later on the show, on the TV show. But Under Siege is, of course, going to be airing live. Thanks for that, Chris. We should see Jay Briscoes versus Jay White. Yeah, that'd be nice. That'd be a good match. Morrissey wins this match. That's right, Chris. I agree. AJ, I watched NXT UK today. Bobby, how did you like it? Let me know. Anybody else here, by the way, watches NXT UK regularly? Let me know if you do. And Brian Myers here with some trash talking to W. Morrissey. Just getting in his face right there. W. Morrissey, though, with the big boot to the face of Brian Myers. And Myers goes down. Morrissey on fire. The fans are loving it. And Morrissey gets Myers up in position. What is he gotta be? Oh, wait a second. The dirtiest player in the industry, Matt Cardona, comes out. Matt Cardona comes out and he tosses the table because what Morrissey was trying to do was about to put his friend, Brian Myers, through the table. Matt Cardona comes out, gets the table out of the picture. Morrissey goes after Matt Cardona, and Brian Myers, with the advantage of the distraction, goes after Morrissey. And now we see a 2-on-1 situation here against Morrissey. Matt Cardona and Myers teaming up against W. Morrissey. This is not good. Not good. And could you imagine if you got the Briscoes in the Bullet Club? That'd be big. But again, Briscoes have had such a legacy behind them. It would be big if they ever join any other faction. That'd be big. And Bobby, that's nice. I watch NXT UK all the time. Sweet, sir, sweet. Ricky, good to see you. Don't worry about being late, brother. I hope you're having a good week. Hope you're having a good Thursday. And Marcy, as you'd expect, fights back. And now it's a 1-on-2 situation, actually. Not a 2-on-1 situation, but a 1-on-2 situation, as Marcy has the upper hand over both Myers as well as Matt Cardona. And he has grasped both of them by their throats. Is he looking to double choke slam? Double choke slam from Marcy to Myers and Matt Cardona. Am I on a tape delay here again, or am I ahead of everybody else? Let me know. Asian breaking news, Ivy Nile is making her NXT UK debut next week. Can you do an NXT UK? I guess we gotta do it if we have Ivy Nile making her debut. And look at that, the dirtiest family in the industry. Chelsea Green comes down with the title and knocks Marcy out. Ridiculous. And now they set up the table. Wow, and what do they have there? Wow, they have a Brian Myers poster, the merch shop poster, I guess. They set up the table ringside. I believe what they're trying to do here is turn the tables, no pun intended, against Marcy and put him through that very table that is ringside. Ridiculous. And I'm ahead. Oh gosh, true. What is the pattern, man? I mean, WWE shows, I'm way behind. Impact, I'm way ahead. I'm not complaining. I kind of like being ahead. And as we can see here, they're choking Marcy with that jacket of Matt Cardona right there. Now they're looking to put him through the table. That's ringside. Chelsea Green, Matt Cardona, Brian Myers, 3-on-1 situation against W. Marcy, and Myers, pushes everybody away, but Marcy pushes everybody away, but now Myers with a kick to the precious jewels of Marcy between the legs, and now Marcy, he's out of it. He's lights out. Chelsea Green is holding him back by his hair. She's holding onto his hair, not letting go of his hair. Wow. And Myers and Matt Cardona there with a very unique move. They grabbed the table and they were about to slam the table against Marcy. But Marcy gets out of the way and the table goes crashing in two halves as it's slammed against the ring post. Marcy out of the way, he is safe, and now he hits Myers with the big boot. Marcy is now staring down at Matt Cardona. Matt Cardona wants no part of it. He is walking back, walking away. That's right. And I was eating dinner with fish. That's nice, Ricky. That's nice. No WWE new releases yet. Fingers crossed there will not be any more releases. I'm still mad Deanna lost last night on Dynamite. That's right, Ricky. So am I, brother. So am I. I wonder if we're going to be seeing Deanna tonight. I mean, if we do, it's going to be a damn shame because, this is obviously a pre-recorded show. So if she comes up tonight, she will definitely be still the ROH champion. But I don't think that's going to be happening. And Jordan now. Everybody is in the ring. Jordan goes after Cardona. And Jordan with a spine buster to Matt Cardona. Matt Cardona down. Fist bump to Marcy, Jordan, and... wow, look at that. Jordan and Marcy are working together. And everybody's down. And now a table has been brought into the play from Marcy. Marcy stacks the table up against the corner. I guess Matt Cardona is going through it very soon. Look at that. Victor, I'm delayed? Oh, wow. Okay. AJ Naamdar and Shah Samuels interview Lashley today on NXT UK. Sweet. That's nice. And Andy, good to see you. Just broke the table in the corner post. That's right, Chris. That happened. And now they're looking to put Jordan. Oh, my gosh. Jordan and Marcy collectively put the dirtiest player in the room. They put wow, look at that. It's crazy. They're tearing the house down apart. Chelsea Green actually came in trying to stop these two, but there ain't no stopping these two at all. There ain't no stopping them. Matt Cardona has been put through the table. Chelsea Green went after Jordan. Jordan went after Chelsea. Both of them have actually taken their fight outside of this ring, outside of the arena, and now Myers is going after Marcy, trying to take advantage of the lot of distraction right there. With the broken piece of table, he is trying to break Marcy in two halves. Let's see if he's able to do that. And you just broke table. That's right. That's right. You're behind me. Okay, I'm just behind True, I guess. I see. Good evening, Gary. Good evening, brother. Jordynne Grace, that's right. And now Morrissey with a brilliant reversal right there to Myers. Myers goes down, and good to see you, Gary. And look at those big eyes from Victor and from Bobby and from Ricky. Wow, you guys love the women that you see on TV right now. Just think Diana was champ a month ago. It's crazy, man. Time flies. That's why we should never take anything for granted. Anything. You know, whether you're the champ or whether you're the champ, never take a day of your title reign for granted. For sure. Come on, Jordynne Grace, crush Chelsea. That's right, Andy. I love that, brother. And Hassan, good to see you, bro. Wow. And Morrissey puts Myers through the table that was sitting ringside. And with that being said, we have a winner. W. Morrissey picks up the win as he puts Myers through the damn table. So he put Matt Cardona through the table. He put Myers through the table. This was a tables match, which means Morrissey has won. And you were right, guys. All of you were right. 1-0 for everybody. 1-0 for everybody. Brilliant. And WWE and Thomas Fan is here. Thomas Fan, I tell you what, I was thinking about you not too long ago, perhaps a few days ago. I was like, it's been a while since I've seen Thomas at Train in the comments. It is good to see you. Hope you're doing well. And they say, wouldn't it be awesome if Moose comes out and says, there is no way I lost to Alexander. I'm the god of wrestling. No one can beat me. Doesn't matter who you are. Then Roman Reigns, oh my gosh. Well, you talk about some dream booking, brother. You talk about some dream booking. Moose and Reigns in the same ring. Even thinking about it gives me goosebumps. That would be beautiful. I'd love that. For sure. That'd be beautiful. That's something that dreams are made up of, you know, beautiful stuff. And Essen says, last Tuesday is my birthday. That's brilliant, man. I hope you had a great birthday. Happy birthday to you. And you guys were all right. 1-0, indeed. You guys are right with the predictions. Good stuff. That's right, beautiful stuff. Andy, AJ Devon Kemp wrestle against Danny Jones on NXT UK. Then Samuels attack Kemp. Maybe we will see the match pretty soon on UK. That's sweet. That's sweet. Let's see if that happens. And now I'm getting a ROH commercial right now. Interesting. Interesting. And Bobby 1-0. Beautiful stuff. AJ, do you see Enzo Amore going to Impact? Now, if it had to happen, I believe it should have happened a long time ago, right? I mean, they got Myers. They got Morrissey. I mean, they got all these people. What was stopping Enzo from actually signing with Impact? I'm pretty sure there must have been something. There must have been some talks, and they probably couldn't reach a deal. I mean, it could still happen. Slammiversary is not too long, far away, so it could happen. They definitely want to bring in some of the bigger names and newsworthy names onto the show for the bigger pay-per-view. So it could happen, but I still think it probably won't. Yeah, I'm a 40 and 60% here. 40%, it might happen. 60, it will not. And Thomas Fan says, and just imagine if they were doing this a winner-takes-all Impact and Universal title match. If Moose was still champion, I would like that. Oh man, for sure, brother. That'd be big. I mean, you kidding me? Roman Reigns not just being the tribal chief in the WWE, but across the board, defeating everybody in different promotions. Can you imagine? That'd be nice. My birthday on June 2nd. That's beautiful, Chris. Good stuff. Beautiful. It's not too far away now, man. Less than a month away now. But good stuff. Enzo's having fun in MLW. He is, and MLW is a very chilled, laid-back kind of environment. Again, speaking of MLW, if you haven't watched the latest episode of the Wrassingh show where Joseph Samuel comes in, stops by, and talks about MLW, talks about almost being cheated by the company, by the promotion. He says it in a very nice way, but he was underpaid. The promises that they made to him were not kept. They wanted to split him and Joseph Samuel apart, and a lot of stuff. Jacob Fatu, it was a lot of stuff. So you guys have to check out the interview to believe it. MLW, even though it's a good promotion, there's some stuff going on behind the scenes that's not so great. And that's right, happy Cinco de Mayo, everybody. To you too, Victor. Hope you had a great day, brother. Miko Satomura versus Isla Dawn was my favorite match in the UK today for the NXT UK Women's Championship. That's sweet, Bobby. That sounds great, too. I would believe that Satomura won the match. Is that what happened? Let me know. And True, that's right. 1-0, brother, 1-0. So True is delayed here tonight. Obviously, he's a little delayed. He's in my shoes that I was in last night. Super delayed, but I love that. Right, and as we can see here, still on commercial. Good stuff. Thursday is such a laid-back day. I love it. It's great. Okay, so this is something that's very interesting that's just coming up right now. A WWE role playing game is coming soon. It's been revealed that. So Stephanie McMahon basically has said that WWE's 2K22 game was a commercial and a critical success. She said that so far the game has been viewed over 5.6 million hours on Twitch until now. And they have signed a new RPG that is a role playing game. They've signed a deal for it, and a role playing game will be coming up very soon. And this will be a mobile video game, not a console game, but a mobile video game. And let's see, what is this about? Stephanie says that gaming is a priority for the WWE to reach our next generation audience, with 80% of WWE's audience self-identifying as gamers, and 60% of the gaming audience in general being 34 years or younger. So, a role-playing game by the WWE is coming up very soon. What do you guys think about that? Would you like to see a role-playing game on your mobile phone by the WWE? Let me know if you would. I mean, I can't imagine how are they going to pull off an RPG game for the WWE. That'd be interesting for sure. Let me know what you guys think about that. Alright, and we can see Willie Mack here with Rich Swann backstage interview taking place right now. That's right. And Myers and Marcy also backstage along with Chelsea Green. They don't even let Rich Swann finish his talk, and they come in and very rudely interrupt him, as they always do.
I don't give a damn. I can do whatever I want. Maybe with that attitude, you'd still be a world champion like me. Huh? Yeah. If I didn't have that attitude, maybe you should keep that mouth shut. If you willing to put your money where your mouth is, because I'll take that shit. You know, I don't take this shit. We gotta sit down. We gotta sit down. We gotta run away. Always right.
I thought we were gonna get a Myers and Cardona versus Rich Swann and Willie Mack match. Maybe somewhere down the road, but it did feel like they teased it a little bit over here. She retained the NXT Women's Championship. I thought so. I mean, Satomura is hard to be defeated, so she's been champion for a while now, so not surprising. Good for her. Rampage starts early on Friday, 2:30 p.m. Pacific and 5:30 p.m. Eastern. That's right. Thanks for that, Ricky. Now, I am gonna be recording a very big interview tonight, which basically is gonna be about 1 o'clock Pacific. So, hopefully that interview gets over in time and I'll be able to make for Rampage here in time, because it all depends on the interview. How long does it, go on for? If it goes on for about 90 minutes, which it can very well, because, this guy, when we catch up, we can talk for hours. So, we'll see. Hopefully I'll be able to make it to Rampage in time. I'll try to wrap up the interview soon, but I am going to be interviewing, two big wrestlers tonight. And the interviews are going to be coming up soon, so for sure. Do you see Su Yung and Callahan returning at Under Siege or Slammiversary? Perhaps. I don't see it happening at Under Siege, but Slammiversary for sure. I don't even think that they have actually... Wow, okay. Alright, so I see that they have updated the graphics for Deanna, so no longer is she holding the ROH Women's Championship there in the graphics as they announce her match against Taya right there for Under Siege. So I don't think that Under Siege even has been promoted as much, it's just an event that was thrown out there. So yeah, I don't see Su Yung returning at Under Siege. Slammiversary definitely could happen. Asia breaking news: Towers and Mims for NWA TV Championship at NWA pay-per-view, always ready on June 11th. That sounds brilliant. Super nice. Alright, Su Yung is still pregnant. Okay, she is still pregnant. I thought that she delivered. Okay, well then Su Yung is not happening for sure. Thanks for that, Andy. And Mustafa is here. Good morning, Mustafa. Hope you're doing well, bro. I'm excited for the Rich Swann interview Saturday. That's right, Rich Swann interview, and of course the Wrassingh interview. You can't miss on that one. Wrassingh is going to be appearing on the show. It's going to be a very nice and long and elaborate interview. I mean, we go out there, he calls it perhaps one of the best that he's ever done, so make sure to tune in, guys. Wrassingh interview, it drops this Sunday. And good to see you, Gene brother, good to see you. And Chris says, is one interview tonight JTG? It is, Chris. It is. Man, I don't know how you get that, but JTG is going to be doing an interview today. That's right. Darius Martin injured in a car. Oh, dear. That's terrible. Wow. I hope he's okay, but it's true that Darius Martin was involved in a nasty car accident, as they're saying, and he will be out of action for 6 to 9 months. It's true. And that's terrible. That's terrible. And this is something that Malachi Black actually revealed on a podcast, that Martin was injured. And this is actually the second time that he has been, put out of action in about 14 months for an extended period, because the last time that he was out of action, it was due to a torn ACL in the February of 2021, and he didn't return to action until the March. So this is got to be the second time in about a year now that he's out of action once again, this time due to a very scary incident, a car accident. I hope he's okay. I hope he's not too badly hurt. Nikki Bella to host a celebrity game show. And I guess this is what Bella always wanted, right? They wanted to be the pop culture icons. They wanted to be the mainstream celebrities. After, being the judge, I believe they were the judges on the America's Got Talent too. So after that success, now they're doing some stuff on other reality shows. Good for them. Good for them for sure. I'm watching right now MLW Fusion. Good stuff, Chris. Good stuff. And I got some big Thomas the Tank Engine news. Oh, sweet. All right, Thomas fan. I'm in for some Thomas the Tank Engine news. If you have Hulu or Paramount Plus, or if you're a Thomas fan, get ready, because the engines are coming back. One time in life action movie. That's crazy. All right. It's a good time to be a Thomas fan. I used to watch some Thomas the Train back in the day when I was a kid, so I would definitely like to see the return of Thomas the Train. Thanks for that. I'll definitely be tuning in. Thanks for that, brother. I pick Ace Austin. That's right. Who's going to be winning this match? This match is going to be a special one, because it's for the X Division title. We're seeing Ace Austin versus Rocky Romero. So far, so good for both of them. It's a little bit of a back and forth, a little bit of a technical wrestling to start this off. But who do you think is going to win? Is it going to be Austin? Romero? Chris says it's going to be Austin, and I think so too. I think Austin's going to retain here. Tony Khan made a big mistake last night on Dynamite. That's right, Ricky. Deanna dropping it. It might be a mistake in our eyes, but for Tony Khan, it was something that was best for business. Because if you look at what he did, was that he took the ROH title, he brought it back home, and he made his wrestler look strong, and Deanna not so much. So really, what he did was best for his own business, but not for the fans. Not for the fans, and not for Deanna. I'm looking forward to watching, but also in a way, Deanna got to make her TV debut on Dynamite, so I guess that's also good for her, but again, at what cost? I'm looking forward to watching Colin King and Genocide and Chelsea Green at Power. Interesting, Bobby. We'll be tuning in together. I'm picking Ace Austin in the mat, says Chris. I love that. I think it's going to be Ace Austin too, and as we can see here, he's doing so good so far. Slams Rocky Romero down to the mat, and now a kick to the back. Rocky Romero's momentum definitely slowed down. Ace Austin grabs him by the hair, just in his face right now. Trading some insults, and Rocky Romero with the elbow strike to Ace Austin. Austin returns the favor, and Rocky Romero as well. Wow, look at that. Oh, poked in the eye. He pokes Ace Austin in the eye. Ace Austin did not see that coming for sure. And now with an Irish whip to the corner, Ace Austin with the reversal, and Rocky Romero is trying hard, and it's kind of working right now. Yeah, actually, now look at that Ace Austin with the reversal. Once again, he's too quick, too swift. And the best part is the promo picture they put out had the original 1980s Thomas the Tank. That's sweet, Thomas fan. Thanks for sharing that news. I'm hyped. I'm really hyped. Bobby says Ace Austin. True says Austin. AJ Sunday's already booked for the interview with Kimberly. I'm going to be dropping both of them. Let's see. Sunday, Rhatsingh has to come out because, Sunday we put out the bigger interviews, the newer interviews. So Sunday I'm going to be putting out the Rhatsingh interview. Maybe Kimberly will push it to next week, but we'll see. And TYFU is here. He says, I'm praying to God for tomorrow. I'm really nervous. TYFU, I hope everything's all right, brother. What are you nervous about? I know that Rampage is going on earlier. I hope the ratings are going to be fine. But what are you nervous about, brother? Let me know. And I don't see Ace Austin lose the title because he just wanted. Yeah, it's not going to be happening, especially on a random episode of Impact, a title change. I don't see it happening for sure. And AJ, have a challenge for you. Can he interview Mims? For sure, Bobby. Challenge accepted. Yeah, Ace Austin wins. That's right, Chris. Thanks for that. So this is what we'll do. This Saturday, we will be releasing an interview with Rich Swann. Now, I'll give you a heads up, that is only an audio interview because Rich Swann's camera was broken when we did that interview. So that one is going to be a audio. But of course, the Sunday, the Rhatsingh interview is going to be the best. One of the best that I've ever done. What a great interview that was. And really shows the personality of Wrassingh that you probably have not seen ever before. What a great guy he is. Amazing guy. Very humble, very nice. And he's so much more than the character that you see him on television. Very cool guy. And that interview drops this Sunday. Don't miss out. NASA confirmed an asteroid will hit Earth on May the 6th. That's crazy. For real? Okay. An asteroid is hitting Earth on May the 6th. And, alright, so, I'll tell you, there's 2 hours ago, let's see what happens here. 2 hours ago, it's been revealed that the asteroid will actually not hit the Earth. It will not smack into Earth. That's it. It will not collide. So that's the good news. So there were some fears, as I can see here, that the asteroid, there were fears of it hitting the Earth, but now they're saying that it will not be hitting the Earth, probably will be going up in smokes just in the atmosphere itself. So don't worry, TYFU, we're still here. It's alright. Fight TV showing Under Siege for Saturday for $9.99. Yeah, that's right. I mean, it's not a pay-per-view. I wouldn't call it a pay-per-view. I'd call it a special show. We literally just had Rebellion, and a week or so after Rebellion, we're having another special. It's just a special. That's it. So, it should have just been free, but they're selling it for $9.99. That's okay. But we're gonna be getting some title matches here and there, so that's sweet. I really wonder what's getting Impact to do so many more specials these days. Really, we see about one or at least two specials in a month now. It's become sort of a pattern. That's interesting from Impact. And 2-0, I see that. Bobby Ricky, alright. Okay. AJ Kenny dropped the shot interview day after you dropped the new JTG interview. Let's see, Chris. I mean, I'm going to be talking to JTG about it. Let's see if I can actually drop it. Let's see what he says, and we'll see. And, wow. I'm getting a little bit of a promo for the old TNA Impact Wrestling. I'm looking at Ric Flair. I'm looking at Hulk Hogan, good old Sting, Mick Foley. Why am I getting a vintage TNA promo here? That's interesting. Are you doing a watch-along for Under Siege this Saturday? Absolutely, Victor. We're going to be watching the show together, man. Yeah, 100%. We're going to be watching it together. It's got to be a good event. Of course, Deanna is wrestling. And if Deanna is wrestling, we've got to watch the show and hope that she wins. But I do believe that she's not going to win. Deanna is on a losing streak right now, unfortunately, and I do not see her winning. And with that being said, we are back from commercial. Ace Austin once again going after Rocky Romero with a big chop to the chest. Rocky Romero returns the favor to Austin with another big chop to the chest to Austin. Austin trying to fight back. Yeah, with the elbow strike to Rocky Romero. Rocky Romero a bit dazed here. Let's see what happens. I'm just trying to get out some of those shelved interviews. That's right. Thanks for that, Chris. Thank you for that. AJ, you're hearing news. They make movie for life, Shad. Well, Shad has so much going on. I remember that Shad had written a whole script, which was actually, approved by the big producers in the Hollywood, and it could have seen the day of flight. He had written a script for Deadline, which was actually approved, and it would have been something beautiful, something that Shad was very excited about. So I would not be surprised if we see a lot of the media about, from Shad Gaspard and about Shad Gaspard coming up. I mean, he's just that kind of a guy, But also, the thing is that the movie that I believe is coming out from Shad Gaspard is again a movie that Shad Gaspard has written. I mean, indirectly he wrote a comic book. And the movie that's coming out will be based on that very comic book. So the name of the comic book is Assassin and the Son, and it's ironically all about Shad and his son Araya now. And that movie will be coming out. It's got to be in development. It's got to be a good film for sure, and we're gonna be tuning in. Wow, look at that. We'll have to do a watch along for that film when it comes out for sure. Yeah. Ace Austin with a very innovative reversal right there. Wow, beautiful kick to the face of Romero. Romero is down. Look at that, Ace Austin on fire. I'm still a little behind you on the show. Alright, Chris, now it's only Impact Wrestling which actually lets me be ahead. For the WWE shows, I'm always behind, so I'm grateful that on Thursdays, I'm ahead. And we can see here, Ace Austin is in control still. And Rocky Romero, there's no way that he's winning this one. AJ, who do you want to see wrestle against Mercedes Martinez for the ROH Women's title? I mean, really, so many good ones out there. You know, one fantasy booking for me would be to see Maria Kanellis back in the ring one more time. And you know, since she's been an advocate for women's wrestling for so long, still is, I would like for her to actually go after Mercedes and kick off ROH in that fashion, that she comes out, she, you know, just conquers the ROH title and then hands it over to somebody who's worthy of it. I like that kind of storyline to go down, but I believe that's far from reality. It's probably not going to be happening, and let's see what happens though. All right, so far Rocky Romero has kind of turned the tables around, and as you can see here, yep, Ace Austin is on the receiving end of the offense, at least right now. He is on the receiving end of the offense. And if we're looking at the current ROH division, and we're looking at a lot of men, and if you talk about the women, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we only have like 6 women. If you want to count Deonna Purrazzo as one of them, we have like about 6 women, so yeah, not a whole lot of, not a very big roster right there. Now, I don't know if Deonna Purrazzo is going to be a regular on ROH, but it does seem like she could be because she's listed. I'm looking at the Smack Hotel website. I'm looking at the ROH's roster right now, and Deonna Purrazzo is listed as one of the roster members, so we'll see how that goes. But who could, you know, go after Mercedes Martinez next? I think Willow is a good one. Trish Adora could be good as well. We'll see. Ace Austin with a reversal as Rocky was looking for a big high dive move right there from the top turnbuckle. Austin gets out of the way, and now with the beautiful kick to the face of Austin, Romero, and Romero grabs the leg of Austin and locks it in a submission hold. Austin is in pain. All he has to do is crawl to the rope right there, somehow make it to the ropes. Romero is trying to make it hard for Austin to get there, and Austin actually grabs the rope right there, okay, forcing Romero to drop the submission hold. And Austin to win, I agree, MG, I think Austin's got to win for sure. Swerve Strickland is on MLW Fusion. He is facing Myron Reed. Swerve is everywhere. I mean, this guy is literally, he's everywhere. Everywhere. No matter where you look, he's everywhere. He's across the board, this guy. Good for him. Matt Taven is wrestling at NWA Power on May 10th. Interesting. And you know, if you look at Wrassingh, you know, our guest who's going to be appearing on the Wrassing show this Sunday, Impact Wrestling star, look at his father and look at everybody that he has been trained by. Everyone's been an NWA, not just an NWA superstar, but they have held some NWA gold in their life. And with that being said, Ace Austin, by the way, picks up the win, and he is still your X Division champion. So if you look at Wrassingh and all his trainers, including his own very own father, Gama Singh, the legendary Gama Singh, everybody has been NWA champion at some point in their life, in their careers. So I asked, you know, Wrassingh if he too would like to be an NWA champion, or if he would like to appear on NWA and wrestle on NWA as a part of a trade-off between Impact and NWA in the future. And I asked him a lot more questions like that, you know, some hard-hitting questions, some questions that really make him smile, some make him think. So this interview, as just said, you know, I say it for every other interview because every other interview is so special, but this one is really special. What a pleasure it was talking to Wrassingh, and I hope you guys enjoy it this Sunday. Wow, look at that. Trey Miguel comes in, and he's going after Ace Austin. Of course, Trey Miguel, I cannot see him an X Division title, you know, 2 different identities. I always see, whenever I see Trey, I see the X Division title with him. It's weird to see him without the championship tonight.
Keep it warm for me, because your days are numbered. I'm cashing in my rematch in.
There we go. Alright, Trey makes it official. He says, keep the title warm for me because you're going to be losing it soon. He says, I'm cashing in my rematch clause at Under Siege. So this Saturday, it's going to be Trey versus Ace Austin for the X Division title. It's going to be happening at Under Siege. Let's see. AJ, do you see Batista going in the Hall of Fame next year? Absolutely, I do see it. I think Batista will go in the Hall of Fame next year. It's going to Hollywood, so it makes a lot more sense for it to happen. And wow, Trey and Ace Austin, it's official. It's going to be happening this Saturday at Underseed. So, here's a funny story about Batista and myself, Chris. Years ago, I believe 2011, 2010 was when I was still a kid, a teenager. I did get on Twitter. I used to get on Twitter and go after the wrestlers a lot. So I went after Batista because I bought the kayfabe and I really took him as a real life heel. So I went after him. I tweeted to him that he was nothing but a Rock's, Rock's sidekick, in a nicer way. And Batista and I got in a heated back and forth on Twitter. This happened back in 2010, 2011, long time back. So if I get to interview him soon, that'd be funny. And Josh Alexander here backstage. Yeah.
Beat up.
That's right. And Bobby says, I would like to see Matt Taven versus Matt Cardona or Nick Aldis. That'd be nice for sure. Juice Robinson is the newest member of the Bullet Club. Indeed, Dan, Andy. Indeed, brother.
Has to offer. Last week, Ishii, I got your message loud and clear.
Ishii, by the way, is on fire right now. We saw him not too long ago on AEW. We saw him last week in Impact Wrestling. We're gonna be we saw him in Rebellion as well. We're gonna be seeing him in action tonight against Steve Macklin, and we're gonna be seeing him go after the world title against Josh Alexander very soon as well. So Ishii is on fire in the North American wrestling scene right now. Can he interview Scott D'Amore or Sanjay Dutt? So to interview Scott D'Amore, it will be a pleasure. Hopefully one day. It will be such an honor. Hopefully I get to do that one day, brother. Hopefully. Wow. Or Sanjay Dutt too would be nice, but Scott D'Amore would be an absolute honor. And so would be Sanjay Dutt. Hopefully one day. There's so many legends out there, so many wrestlers out there that I would like to interview, and I'm pretty sure of really making it happen. Yeah. These past few months, few weeks of the wrestling show have been hotter than ever. This year has been hot for the wrestling show indeed. So no interview is impossible. Every interview is possible, and they will be happening. And with that being said, we go back to commercial. It's been a sweet show, I would say. It doesn't compare to the Raw that we saw or the NXT that we saw. But it's still a sweet show. We've seen some good matches. Myers versus Morrissey was a good match. We saw the Ace Austin versus Romero match. We've seen some sweet matches here. Of course, the tag team match is coming up still. We're going to be seeing the Ishii versus Macklin match also coming up soon. So, yeah, some matches here and there. Let's see how this goes. We have about, we have some decent time here left before the show goes out the air. So, they have some time to shape up the show for sure. AJ, why don't you interview SoCal Val? I would love that, Andy, for sure. I mean, SoCal Val would be an honor as well. I mean, I'd try reaching out. So I'm trying to think. Have I actually reached out to her before? I can't recall, but I do believe that I've had some interactions with her in the past. Now, I don't remember actually asking for her for an interview, but I have had some interactions with her for sure. I'd like to interview her, maybe one day. Let's see. I'll try reaching out, Andy, for sure. Thanks for that. I'll write this name down, actually. Any names that you guys, suggest to me that I haven't already written down, I always write them down, and I'm going to be reaching out to them very soon. Thanks for that, guys. All right, let's get this down. And Bobby says, AJ, who do you want to see wrestle against Homicide? At NWA pay-per-view, always ready. That's right, Homicide is still on fire at NWA right now. I mean, would be nice to see him against anybody. NWA... Homicide is just one of those wrestlers that can make beautiful matches happen against anyone. Just anyone. So, let's see. But let me give me a second to think here. Homicide, who would he make for a good match against? Let's see. I'm thinking that Harry Smith would be nice. I think Harry Smith versus Homicide would be a good match. If not Harry Smith, we could see that Colby Carino versus Homicide would be a good match. And if not that, just give me Red Titus versus Homicide. I think that'd be a great match for sure. AJ, honestly, a big interview I want for my own personal reasons. He's my favorite wrestler as a kid. Can you interview Tommy Dreamer? Okay. Tommy Dreamer. That's an interesting name. Okay. So, since he's an ECW legend, Chris, I have to break this news that an ECW legend will be appearing on the show soon. So perhaps in a month, perhaps in 2 months. The date's not decided, but in the near future, we're going to be seeing an ECW legend appearing on the show. So I'll write this down. Tommy Dreamer, I'll keep this in the back of my mind and try reaching out. Thanks for that, Chris. Let's make it happen. I'd like to see Action Jackson versus Homicide. That'd be nice. Yeah, Action Jackson would be nice. By the way, what a very cool name Action Jackson is. Very cool, yeah. By the way, Austin Theory revealed that how he came up with his own name. I believe that he said that he is not a very big video gamer, but he was sitting down with his friend one day and they were playing some video games on the PlayStation. I believe they were playing some Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter. Yeah, Street Fighter was the game that they were playing. And one of the characters just had a very cool name, and Austin Theory thought, hey, what a great name that is. And he, got this very ring name for himself, inspired by that Street Fighter character. Sweet. And that's a friend. The franchise, Shane Douglas. That's right. That'd be nice. Is it Raven, Sabu, or Sandman? Chris, it's one of them. It is one of them. I don't know how you do this, but it's one of them. That's right. I would like to see Homicide versus Darius Lockhart for the NWA Junior title. Oh yeah, Darius Lockhart would be nice as well. Darius Lockhart, by the way, was so close to appearing on the show. I know one of you guys asked for Lockhart to be on the show, and it was funny because before I could reach out to him, he reached out to me, and he wanted to be on the show, but time didn't work out. There was some time scheduled. He had to cancel last minute because of a scheduling conflict, and that's why it hasn't happened yet. I haven't reached out to him or to reschedule it again. I probably should do it soon, but Darius Lockhart could happen. Masha Slamovich coming out right now. Sweet. She's a good friend of Wrassingh, by the way. Who would have thought that Wrassingh is a good friend of Masha? Masha looks like such a badass. I mean, these two look like two very different personalities, but I guess both of them are such good heels that they get along very well. Masha is great. She's on fire, and so is Raj. Good friends, and we see Damaris in the ring. She looks like she's ready to be eaten up alive. Yeah, we're gonna be seeing Masha Slamovich squashing and destroying Damaris here. Masha looking good, looking like a rock star here as she makes her way to the ring. Damaris looking kinda nervous. It's a big night for her. Let's see if she's able to deliver. Yeah, Masha with that hair and that outfit. Scary for sure. Alright, both of them now looking eye to eye in the center of the ring. Some trash talking right here from Masha to Damaris, and she grabs her by the throat, pushes her into the corner. Damaris struggling to breathe, and Masha lets go of her throat now with going for the elbow strike. Damaris gets out of the way, and now with a few elbow strikes of her own right there to Masha Slamovich. Elbow strikes, punches Masha in trouble. Now with an Irish whip, Masha actually counters that, and with a beautiful belly to belly from Masha to Damaris. Damaris down, and that's right, true. Slamovich, Masha's gotta win for sure. AJ, I went to ECW as a kid, and Raven took time out of his day to see my grandmother in hospital. Oh dear. Wow, man. Wow. Look at that. God bless you, man, and I hope. Wow. That must have been so special, brother. So special. I'm sorry to hear about your grandmother, but that must have been so special. Yeah, very sweet, very sweet. And 2-0 indeed, Andy. It was an easy match, very quick match. I told you. Damaris looked like she was ready to be eaten alive, and that she was. Masha with the win. And as the referee was holding her arm up for the victory, Masha slammed the referee's hand away, and she went after him. And the referee very smartly gets out of the ring. Nobody wants to be in the same ring as Masha, because if you are, it doesn't matter if you're the referee or a wrestler, you're in trouble. And the referee very smartly gets out of the ring, makes, oh, look who's here. Wrassingh is here, my buddy, my guy.
Winder Gujar.
Yeah.
You had your chance. I was calling you for weeks.
That's
to
right.
align with me. Could have made some real money together. But now, I've got the Indian Lion.
That's right.
Do you even know what this man is capable of? The destruction he can do.
Oh, yeah.
And I see what you've been doing. Been winning your matches. Took you 5 minutes to beat BSK. I was there.
That's right.
But guess what? It took the Lion of Hindustan 1 second to slam his head into the ground. That, Winder, was just a warning shot. Next time, be no warning.
Love that.
Winder,
Oh, wow.
I am the lion of this jungle.
That's funny. Oh dear. You know, Cher is a scary guy, but that roar was funny. He literally had to roar to prove that he's a lion. He shouldn't have done that because that roar did not sound like the roar of a lion. It sounded like the roar of a cat. But anyways, that was a sweet little promo from Wrassingh. It's so good to see the guys that you know, and you know that them so well, like you know that how good of a people they are, you know, out of the ring. It's so good. Wrassingh is a gem of a person, really, really a special guy. Can't wait for you all to check out the interview. AJ, can you interview the big guy in the white shirt? Oh, Shera. Oh, for sure. Shera interview is very well possible, but I'm telling you, I've got really big interviews coming up from Impact Wrestling itself. Shera could be one of them, but yeah, I like that for sure. Shera would be a nice interview. Since Layla, I'm not too sure about Shera, though. I'm not too sure if, yeah, I'm pretty sure he can speak English, but we'll see. I'll check out. Since Layla Hirsch is hurt, I really liked her fight Masha Slamovich. Yeah, would be nice, Bandy. Yeah, for sure. And Layla, hopefully she gets better soon. Ricky 3-0, True 3-0, Chris 3-0. Beautiful. This has been a decent show of Impact. I don't believe we're going to be seeing Wrassingh, so that sucks. But we saw him in the little backstage segment right there. That was sweet. About an hour done. An hour into the show. About an hour into the show. Sweet. All right. So we've got a lot more matches coming up. Of course, we are not done with even half the show. We've got a lot more coming up here. Dirty Dango, by the way, he announced his retirement the very same day Triple H announced his retirement. Dirty Dango said that I'm going to be hanging up my boots. These are going to be the last few months of my career. I'm leaving the industry. And then he's been silent about that topic. He's been wrestling as usual. He hasn't really spoken out about it. What do you think about the whole retirement rumors from Dirty Dango? Do you think it's happening? Do you think he was just faking it for attention? What are your thoughts on that? Very interesting for sure. Alright. So... By the way, again, I would like to ask you all, the role-playing game, the RPG game that the WWE is coming out right now, you know, for mobile phones, what do you think about that? I mean, when was the last time we actually saw a wrestling RPG game? Let's take a look. When was the last time we saw a wrestling RPG game? I can't even recall it. Yep, I cannot recall it. I'm looking it up right now. I see WrestleQuest. WrestleQuest was a game that... apparently was a RPG game, but other than that, I cannot see any RPG game actually that came out for wrestling. That was a role-playing game. This is gonna be interesting. Not a wrestling simulator. It's a RPG game. Interesting. Let's see how this goes. Asia, I'm putting you on the spotlight. I want an interview with the winner of Monsters Ball tonight. That should be alright. That should not be a problem. Sure. Let's get that. Alright, so the next interview that I'll do with Impact Wrestling, I will try my best to make it one of these two guys. Chris, I'll let you know when it happens. Sure. I came in a little late for the show because I was seeing my girl Tennille Dashwood took on Gazelle Shaw on YouTube. That's right, Andy. Bobby did talk about it, that they had a great match on BTI. So I have to check it out as well. I'll check it out later, but that's good. But Tennille Dashwood on BTI really makes little sense. And whenever I think of Tennille Dashwood or Madison Rayne, my heart kind of hurts now because I cannot help but also think of the inspiration, who no longer are wrestlers, who no longer are in the industry anymore. Kind of sucks. So I miss them, and I feel like their Impact run was great because I feel like we got a little bit of a farewell tour from the inspiration after they got released from the WWE. So we got a little bit of a farewell tour in Impact. But also I feel like they could have been used better. They could have done better. You know, they could have had more TV time and less pre-shows. But it's alright. We still got some inspiration. We got them as the champions one more time, and that's what matters. AJ, I have so many interviews I would love to see. That's great, Chris. Let me know about every one of them, and I'll make all of them happen, Chris. All of them. Can I interview Sasha Banks, Chris? That would be a dream, but WWE interviews, they usually happen around SummerSlam, or they happen around WrestleMania. That's usually the time that, they have their talent up for interviews. So hopefully we'll be able to get some done, but Sasha Banks would be great. Would be a great interview. I'd love that. If you want to check out some of my WWE interviews in the past, by the way, Briscoe's here with some promo work backstage. They have a big match coming up at Under Siege. They're going to be going after the Impact World Tag Team Championships against Violent by Design, so that's going to be a big match for them. That's right. Great promo work from Briscoes as always here. And Chris, if you want to check out some of the old WWE interviews that I've done, go back in the playlist. Check out the Wrassing show. I've done some interviews with Edge, with Rhea Ripley, with I keep forgetting, with Drew McIntyre, Bobby Lashley, Charlotte Flair, and of course the recent one with Jinder Mahal. And we see here, Violent by Design also have some answers right there to for the Briscoe brothers, because they're going to be facing perhaps their biggest challenge yet in the form of the Briscoe brothers. I know that Violent by Design have been through some tough matches. They recently went through an 8-team gauntlet match at Rebellion 2, so this should be, a walk in the cornfield for them, a one-on-one or, a traditional tag team match. But the team that they're fighting here is the Briscoe brothers, so definitely it's not going to be easy, it's going to be hard, and perhaps it's going to be one of the biggest challenges that Violent by Design has faced so far as a team here. There's nowhere Dirty Dangle will steal any of Triple H's thunder ever. It's true, he cannot. And I wonder if that's what the attempt was. If he was just being a troll or what was happening, because he did make that announcement then, and since then he hasn't really followed up. There has been no talk about his retirement. He's still appearing on NWA regularly. Nothing. There's no word on his retirement at all. We'll see what happens. And we're back in the ring finally. And who is coming out here? Let's take a look. Okay. It is time for Bullet Club. The Bullet Club is coming out, and their theme song, It Never Gets Old. So good. Just so good. And there you go. That's right. Chris Bay and Jay White are here. So good. Sweet. So there's a thing that I kind of fail to understand, and that is why don't Jay White and the Bullet Club and Chris Bay actually come out, and the entire Bullet Club? Why do they not come out with Bullet Club T-shirts? I do understand that the jacket that Chris Bay is wearing tonight is a Bullet Club jacket, and what Jay White also is wearing is also a Bullet Club shirt, I believe. But still, those Bullet Club T-shirts were legendary. Were so good, were so iconic. So if I was in the Bullet Club, I'd be wearing the Bullet Club T-shirt every single day of my life. So I believe that they should be wearing that shirt also here at Impact when they make their entrances. That'd be sweet. And let's see what else we have here. Interviews, Raven J. Briscoe, Batista, Fandango, Dexter Loomis, Taylor Vaught. I love that, Chris. Thanks for that, brother. Yeah, I'll write those down. I'll take a screenshot, and I'll try reaching out, bro. And Jay White and Chris Bay to win this match. Yeah, I think so, too. Willie Mack and Rich Swann here coming out, but I do believe that it's got to be the Bullet Club that picks up the win here for sure. Let's see. Willie Mack. Gotta be a good match. So I did hear some word about Willie Mack's contract. I did hear some chirp that it was about to be up soon. So let's see what the truth is. That's right. Willie Mack's contract is supposed to expire soon. He made his debut for the company in October of 2018. He did sign a contract extension, a multi-year contract extension in 2019, and it's 2022 now, and his contract is set to expire very soon. Let's see if they can actually renew it, or if they cannot. So we know that Carl Anderson and Doc Gallows, the Good Brothers, their contracts supposed to expire very, very soon. And it's being said that they're not anywhere close to an agreement. And they signed big contracts back in 2020, and it seems like the Good Brothers could soon be out of Impact Wrestling. Jonah's contract also is set to expire very soon. Very soon. Let's see. Yeah, that's the thing. So Jonah, his contract was up after Saturday's Rebellion, and his final match will actually be tonight. Now, I don't know if Jonah will be re-signing with the company, he'll be renewing his contract, but tonight's a Monsters Ball match is the final match that Jonah is doing against PCO on Impact Wrestling. Now, if he resigns with the company, he will be having a lot more matches. If not, tonight we could be seeing PCO get the win and Jonah going down, because Jonah's last match is apparently tonight. Willie Mack's contract also is expiring very soon, and these are the 4 people whose contracts expiring very soon here. And Bullet Club, my pick, says Andy. Chris says Bullet Club. Willie Mack contract to expire springtime. That's what I heard. That's right, Andy. What I'm reading right now is that his contract is already up, and tonight's match is perhaps the last match that we'll be seeing. Sorry, not Willie Mack. Jonah's match tonight will be the last match that we'll be seeing here tonight. Willie Mack's contract is getting up very soon too as well. That's true. And Bobby says, I pick Bullet Club, beautiful stuff. And so does Chris Bay. Chris says that it's going to be Jay White and Chris Bay to pick up the win here. Willie Mack right there showing some athleticism. The way that he moves and he flies around for a big guy like him, he does it beautifully. So since Jonah's last match is tonight, an interview cannot happen. I mean, it can happen, Chris. I mean, it's easier to interview free agents than it is to interview wrestlers who are signed with companies, because, if they're signed to a company, it's a whole process to get an interview done. It's not easy. So free agents, it's a lot more easier. Let's see if I can get that done. And with that being said, Chris Bay doing some dirty work, going after Red Swan as he was standing on the apron, causing distraction, and taking advantage of the distraction. Jay White actually lifts him up on his shoulders, throws him over the rope, across the apron, and down goes Red Swan. Look at that. Dirty work from Chris Bay, just taking Red Swan out ringside. The referee, Mr. Brandon Toll, is obviously distracted. Damn. And now Chris Bay throws Red Swan back into the ring here. And I do believe if Jonah is not re-signing with the company, he's gotta go down tonight, and PCO has gotta win the match. I guess that's a bit of a spoiler here. I think Jonah does lose. That's right, Chris. I mean, if he's not re-signing, he's gotta lose for sure. And if you talk about Willie Mack, so he signed a multi-year deal with Impact Wrestling back on the 4th of May of 2019, and today's May 5th. So it's been 3 years since he signed with the company. Not too sure how long the contract was for, but if it's supposed to be up this year, I believe it should be up already. We'll see. We'll find out. I think Jonah does lose. I think so too, Chris. That's good. I like Jonah a lot. That's right, Chris, brother. Absolutely. Let's see. And Jay White now punishing Red Swan, and Red Swan has been thrown into the ring now. Chris Bay is a legal man. Now Jay White is a legal man. Jay White gets in the ring after Red Swan. Red Swan has been taking a lot of pain, a lot of assault here at the hands of the Bullet Club. Again, Chris Bay was about to smash Red Swan's head against the apron, but Red Swan stops right in time, and he actually smashes Chris Bay's head in the apron right there. Jay White going after Red Swan pushing or kicking Jay White and Chris Bay down. Red Swan in the ring, crawling over to Willie Mack. Jay White trying to stop him. Red Swan kicks Jay White away yet again. Chris Bay grabs. By the way, what is the referee doing? People are getting in the ring, even the guys who are not legal getting in the ring right there like it's a walk in the park, and the referee's doing nothing about it. Who is the next wrestler to go against Masha? I believe Bobby. Right now it's all about feeding these jobbers to her, feeding the talent enhancers to her. So I don't think it's going to be a big name to go against Masha yet. They're just going to keep feeding her some talent enhancers for a bit more, I guess, until at least Slammiversary. Look at that. Wow, sweet. Jay White lifts Red Swan up, with Red Swan with a beautiful counter right there. And Willie Mack also up in the apron. Red Swan is now crawling over to Willie Mack. He finally makes the tag. Willie Mack in, Chris Bay in, Willie Mack with a big clothesline to Chris Bay. And wow, look at that. This guy is big, but he can fly like he's Dominic Mysterio. I think he's more athletic than Dominic. Yeah, Dominic can be a bit stiff there. But Willie Mack doing what he does best right there. Actually, Jay White gets in with a big chop to Willie's chest. Willie goes down. Jay White with the kick to Willie Mack. A double team move. The referee, what is he even doing? What is the referee even doing? He should be stopping them from going after Willie, but he's doing nothing about it. Willie Mack now with a double clothesline to both Jay White and Chris Bay. Both of them go down. Willie Mack is in control, and he realizes that. He grabs Chris Bay, lifts him up on his shoulder, puts him down. Should go for the cover soon now. Wow, what a jump start right there. Beautiful stuff. Hassan, is there more wrestling? That's right, brother. We're watching Impact Wrestling right now. Pretty sweet. It's a good show. Good show right now. Willie Mack is on fire. Look at that. Beautiful stuff. Chris Bay in trouble. I'm pretty sure he wants to tag in his partner real quick, but I don't think it's going to be happening because the table has turned against the Bullet Club right now. And I do understand that all of us, or most of us, he has said that the Bullet Club was going to win this match. But so far, I'm looking at the television right now, it does seem like it's going to be Willie Mack, it's going to be Red Swan that's going to pick up the win here. And I would like to see Masha versus Rosemary. Oh, that's right, Bobby. That'd be a sweet match. Cole and Bull, that's right. Oh, sweet names right there again, Chris. I'll write those down, brother, and hopefully get to interview some of them. Yeah. And Clay, good to see you. What is up, AJ? What is Bailey coming back? I hope she comes back WrestleMania Backlash. That's right, Clay. I hope so too. Everybody here, we're all such big Bailey fans. We'd like to see her come back soon. And Willie Mack is once again a victim of a 2-on-1 assault. The referee is just useless right now. Jay White just comes in like it's a walk in the park, does the dirty work, does the 2-on-1 assault right there on Willie Mack right there, and he goes down. Chris Bay was able to successfully pin Willie Mack. With that being said, the Bullet Club with the win. You guys were all right in the predictions. The Bullet Club do pick up the win thanks to some cheating right there at the hands of Jay White. Just very uncalled for, really very uncalled for, not fair at all. And as we can see here, wow, Team Honor No More gets in the ring, and now they're going after the Bullet Club. They're beating them down. Look at that. Everybody from Team Honor No More are going after Chris Bay and Jay White, really destroying them right now. Andy 3-0, beautiful stuff. Chris 4-0, Hassan, AEW Rampage. That's right, tomorrow AEW Rampage is going to be airing at 2:30 p.m. Pacific. So it's going to be a very early airtime for AEW Rampage tomorrow. Make sure to tune in. I would like to see Tasha Steelz versus Persia for the Impact Knockouts title. That'd be nice. Maybe Bailey be back next Friday. It could happen, Chris. Which could happen. Wow, look at that. It's a brawl in the ring right now. The Good Brothers in the ring. They are defending their Bullet Club brothers, as we can see here. And the Team Honor No More, it's, thanks to the Good Brothers, the odds have turned against them, and Team Honor No More has been clotheslined out of the ring. In the ring, standing loud and proud, is the Bullet Club. One more time, right there. And SmackDown, that's right, Hassan. SmackDown is indeed on tomorrow. It's going to be on tomorrow as well, along with AEW Rampage, which will be airing at 2:30 p.m. Eastern, and of course NXT Level Up, which will be going on immediately following SmackDown. Beautiful stuff, Chris. Once again, you are undefeated. I think that Chris can very well pick up the World Championship, the Predictions World Championship, on Sunday, because you are undefeated. Your predictions are always on point. Beautiful stuff. That's right, NXT Level on Peacock. Beautiful. And the Team Honor No More really felt some taste of, the Team Honor No More. Wow, look at that. Bullet Club, so good tonight. Really at the upper hand. Team Honor No More came out here looking to do some damage, but they themselves, it took some beating right there at the hands of the Good Brothers. Of course, Bullet Club collectively. And Tasha Steelz backstage, we see her. I think she's, yeah, that's right. She's dealing with some spooky people, so some spooky things are happening with her right now. Look at that backstage segment right here. Tasha Steelz and Savannah Evans, they look scared. They're walking down the corridor. All doors are locked. It's all pink and green. What's happening? That's a zombie. Yeah, all doors are locked, and Savannah Evans was able to push a door open, but that door shut right there at the face of Tasha Steelz. Savannah Evans is now locked in a dark room. Oh, look at that. Wow. Look at that. I think Savannah Evans is done for.
You're mine.
That's a nice little segment right here. Very entertaining. Yeah, that's what wrestling's all about. Sports and entertainment. You can add some of fiction, you can add some reality, and you get professional wrestling. It's great. And it just goes on to show that Tasha Steelz is perhaps facing her biggest challenge yet, because the people that she's going to be, facing off very soon, they're not normal people. They're, supernatural. So it's going to be a tough challenge for Tasha Steelz to retain that championship. You'll find out how this goes. Good Brothers would be a good interview with Willie Mack. That's right, Chris. Would love that. And Good Brothers soon to be free agents, so I guess it's even more likely now. Leon Ruff, again, Bobby, would be a great interview. I'm writing all these suggestions down. I'd love to reach out. Can I do dinner? Absolutely. Hessen, for sure. All right. And once again, we are now entering the second night of the Impact Wrestling show. It's the second hour of the show, which means that the commercials get darker and they get weirder. Now, once again, we're getting the Night Exchange call hotline commercial. It always happens. The second hour of Impact Wrestling, it gets weird with the commercials. For WWE, we get all those food commercials, the fast food, the pizza, the burgers. For Impact, we literally get a hotline commercial, so that's interesting. Yep. On ABC Network, beautiful stuff. Hassan, enjoyed the show. I'd like to see Rosemary versus Savannah Evans. Could be happening. It seems like Savannah has been abducted, and I wonder if she's going to be able to show up at Under Siege, but definitely it seems like she's been abducted here. We'll see how this happens, where this leads to. Interesting. And right now we are once again on commercial. Let's take a look at some of the news here. Do we have any other news coming up? Maybe, maybe not. Wow, okay, so this is interesting. Let's take a look here. Yeah. This is something that the Authors of Pain did talk to me about as well. I'm running in early June. So, Authors of Pain are actually... The Authors of Pain are actually putting on a show here in Dubai in early June. And they're planning to promote the event, which is they're setting up the show themselves. When I interviewed the Authors of Pain, we did talk about it a little bit. They did tease that something big was going to be happening in the Middle East very soon. And that's exactly what's happening. They are going to be promoting a wrestling show out of Dubai. And they're reaching out to a lot of the free agents right there to wrestle on the show. And Authors of Pain, obviously, since they're wrestlers themselves, could also be wrestling on there. But one thing's for sure, they're planning to do this huge event in Dubai. And they're, they're actually trying to run that show themselves as promoters. So their first ever show as promoters. Let's see how this goes. But that's going to be happening in Dubai. So that's super interesting. Interesting for sure. I see. We don't have a date yet. So I'm looking at the news here. I will be reaching out to Akam and Razor very soon to talk about this. But we do not have a date yet on this Dubai show. But it's going to be happening sometime this year. It's going to be happening in the Middle East. Interesting. Let's see how this goes. Yeah. So the Authors of Pain could be coming back to wrestle, but on their own show. Sweet. And that Deonna Purrazzo segment about Deonna Purrazzo video package. Okay.
She was sent packing off to jail crying with a broken arm.
So here's the thing that Deonna doesn't understand. She can say what she wants about my return, but she doesn't realize that she doesn't know. Me and this Rated Arenas Championship, we have a long...
So this video package that we're seeing right now, it must have been recorded weeks in advance. So which means that Deonna was scheduled to drop, the ROH title at least a few months or a few weeks in advance. I mean, they must have planned it for the long time now. Because we see that Deonna is not holding her ROH title as she is doing this backstage interview right now. AJ Mance Warner is a free agent. I see that. All right. Okay, let's take a look. All right. I see he's a free agent right now. Well, like that, I'll write this name down as well, Chris. Thanks for that. So, I must say that we've seen some great wrestling this week. Impact Wrestling is good, but it's kind of slowed down. The momentum has slowed down a little, but that's what Thursday is all about. It's about some good old wrestling, laid back, relaxed, watch along. And that's what's happening here with Impact. It's a good show, but not as crazy as the Raw was, or as Dynamite was, or XT was. Good show, but not too crazy. Where was this Deanna last night on Dynamite? That's right. Crazy, you're right, Ricky. We're all bots that were complaining about it. But last night, this Deanna was missing. Last night, we saw a whole different Deanna for sure. And as you can see right there, Steve Macklin is just walking around the ring, marking his territory. He's got a big match coming up against Ishii. Now, in the WWE, Steve Macklin was literally forgotten. But he is here now, and he's getting those bigger matches. He's getting the title matches. He's wrestling for the gold. And tonight, he's going to be wrestling one of the best professional wrestlers out there. He's going to be wrestling Ishii. So, a big moment, big night for Steve Macklin for sure. Tonight's Impact Wrestling be like NWA. That's right, Ricky. Quite laid back. Quite laid back for sure. And Tomohiro Ishii is coming out here. This is going to be an interesting match. Let's take a look at the time check right here. We have about 45 minutes left before the show goes off the air. And we've got, let's see how many matches do we have left on the card here. Let's take a look. So we have the Jonah versus PCO match. That's going to be the Monsters Ball match. Also, Jonah's last match with the company, possibly. That's going to be the main event. The Tomohiro Ishii versus Macklin match is coming up right now. Myers Marcy is done. The tag team match is done. That's right. So we only have 2 more matches left. One is Tomohiro Ishii versus Macklin, and the other one being the main event. That's Jonah versus PCO. 45 minutes left on the show. 2 matches. I think we're looking at a very good 45 minutes left on the card here. Steve Macklin wins the match. Chris, that's interesting. Now, I don't know if that's a good pick, because I do believe that Ishii is wrestling Josh Alexander for the title very, very soon. So I don't think that Ishii, if he loses to Macklin here, I don't think it's going to be good for his momentum. I don't think it's going to be a good sell for the match, because if Ishii can lose to Macklin, he can sure in hell lose to, Josh Alexander. So I think Ishii's got to win. Last night's Dynamite, I saw babyface Deanna was scary. It should never happen. Deanna should never be babyface. That's right. Also interviewed Marty the Moth. That's right. I love that, Chris. Thanks for that, brother. Ishii says true. Chris says Ishii. Ricky says Ishii. I love that. Great stuff, guys. By the way, I have some interviews recorded that I reached out. This was a year ago. I reached out to a few wrestlers, who really don't, speak English. So I actually got a translator, and they were doing some live translations for us as we were recording the interview. These were interviews recorded in Russian with live translation in English. Now that interview has not yet been released, but would you like for that interview to actually be released? Would you like to watch an interview from an international wrestling star, a Russian star, with the interview recorded in Russian but translated to English? Let me know if you'd like to see that. And that's right, Chris. Good change of mind right there. Ishii's got to win. There's no way that Macklin is winning this one, especially right before Ishii is scheduled to fight Josh Alexander for the title. Look at that. And he slams Macklin down hard. Goes back first into the mat very hard. Macklin very cleverly just rolls out of the ring right there, and he's staring down at Ishii. He realizes that Ishii is a different animal. If Macklin's got to win this match, he's got to do it with the strategy, with the game plan. He's not going to be able to win it fair and square. That's right, Andy. All right, Andy, thanks for that. If you say yes, then I guess gotta release that interview. I'll work on it. So M. Jean says Ishii, Ricky says Ishii, Chris says Ishii, True says Ishii. Love that. Chris says, yes, I would love to see that interview. What other interviews do you have shelved? I have quite a few. I have a few interviews shelved, brother. One of the interviews, so good, such a great interview. This is one guy who is perhaps one of the most promising students of the great Khali, could be signed with one of the major promotions very soon. I did interview him. What a monster he is. But that interview was just, the production wasn't there because he had a lot of network issues at the time we were recording the interview. So that interview, it's such a good one though. I want to push it out, but I cannot because of the quality of the video just drops it sometimes. But I'd like to put that interview out too. Maybe re-record it. maybe re-record it, reach out to him and re-record it. Again, that guy also does not speak English, so it will have to be translated as well. But I've got a lot more interesting interviews coming up. AJ interviewed Rock and Roll Express. I'd love that, Andy, for sure. Rock and Roll would be a fantastic interview. Once again, I'll write this down as well. I would love to interview them. And once again, thank you guys for suggesting all these names, all these factions. We'd love to have them on the show for sure. Look at that. And I'm looking at a chair commercial, X chair, and that looks quite comfortable. Yeah, I'll tell you what, guys, sitting here at the computer for hours and hours, sometimes 48 hours, 24 hours, 12 hours in a row, it's super important to have a comfortable chair. So this commercial for X chair looks like it's a commercial just for me. Now, but this chair here for me is also pretty comfortable. But yeah, it's hard. Sitting at the computer is not the easiest job in the world for sure. I also got to release the Mobsters Ball. Will be 25 minutes long. That's right. Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be 25 minutes match. You know, if you look at the time right now, we have about 9 minutes left before we enter the last 30 minutes of the show. So this match, I believe, is going to be very quick now. Once we get back from commercial, the Ishii versus Macklin match will be very quick, and then we're going to head to the Jonah versus PCO match, a Monsters Ball match, 25 minutes long, as Chris said right there. It's got to be a good match, but if Jonah is not re-signing with the company, then for sure, it's got to be a match that Jonah is going to lose for sure. And AJ has sent you a message on IG page about Big Cass Marcy. I'll take a look. Lacey Von Eric, Andy. Lacey Von Eric and myself, we were about to be partners. Real partners. Like, we had something going, and I'll tell you, we were almost partners. You know, we had it all said and done. We made some sort of a deal, but you know, it just I don't want to say anything negative about anybody, but it just didn't work out. You know, I mean, it was supposed to work out, and she was excited, I was excited, we were about to do it. We were about to do interviews, or should I say podcast, every single week. That's what the plan was, that we'd be doing an episode every single week together. That was the plan was, but I just didn't feel it. Like, before I would like just sign the deal, I would just make it happen. I just didn't feel it, so I dropped the idea right there. Even though it would have been nice to work with Lacey, I was just not feeling it. And, you know, I don't care who am I dealing with, let it be the biggest star in the world. If the attitude isn't right and it just doesn't feel right, yeah, I'm not gonna do it. And I just didn't get the right attitude from Lacey at that time, so never actually got it to work. But hopefully I get to interview her in the future. Would love that. I did speak with him. I do have her number on my phone right now. She's a great lady. She's a very lovely, and better believe it, very humble, very modest lady, down to earth as well. But yeah, she's got some deal, yeah, for sure. AJ, I sent you a message. All right, let's take a look at the message right there from Ricky. Let's see what this is all about. Ricky, it says post unavailable, brother. I cannot actually look at the post. It says post unavailable. Yeah, let me know if you can tell us what the message is all about. I pick Ishii to win, says Bobby. I love that. WWE officials were high. Marcy, ready. More later on your time. That's right. I mean, but Big Cass was big, and I feel like the reason why he was released from the company was more to do with Enzo than anything else. But Big Cass was big in the company for sure. And Andy says, how about interview Hollywood Hogan? You know, that'd be big. Now, Hogan or Brooke, interviewing them would be just huge, right? It would be just as huge, or if not even bigger than interviewing Edge. Really big. That would be like something that you'd have to pinch me to make me believe that that's not a dream that I'm living. But interviewing Hulk Hogan would be a dream for anybody. Would love that. Now with those big chops right there from Ishii right there to Macklin. Big chops. Macklin does seem like he's gained some weight ever since he first made his Impact Wrestling debut. It does seem like he's gained some weight for sure. Now, we know that he's engaged to marry to Deonna Purrazzo, so I'm pretty sure Deonna Purrazzo is keeping him well fed, but it does look like he's gained some weight here. The message that I sent to you. That's right, Ricky, I cannot look at the message. As I said, it says post unavailable. I can't look at it. AJ, I would like to see Giselle Shaw versus Dakota Kai. Yeah, that'd be nice, brother. And I feel like it could be a reality very soon. Dakota Kai, once her non-compete clause is up, she could be showing up anywhere, even Impact. See. And right now, Macklin has Ishii in a headlock. Ishii trying to get away from the headlock. Look at that. Gets his foot up, and right there on top of the rope right there, causing a rope break. Steve Macklin has to let go of Ishii right there. And again, we're just looking at the Slammiversary commercial. I mean, that little banner for Slammiversary. It's going to be airing on Sunday, June 19, 2022. So about a month away is Slammiversary. It's going to be a big event. It's basically the WrestleMania of Impact Wrestling. Doesn't get any bigger than that. Slammiversary happening very soon. Rhea Ripley and Buddy Murphy are seeing each other now. What? No way. I'm surprised. Rhea Ripley and Buddy Murphy. That's crazy. Now, from what I understand, Rhea Ripley was in a relationship. Wow. That's right. That's right, I see it. The Rhea Ripley is dating Buddy Murphy. That's very, very surprising because... Wow. That's very surprising because from what I remember, Rhea Ripley was actually in a very happy relationship with somebody else not too long ago. When I saw their posts on social media, I was like, wow, this is a great couple. And for her to split and to now be in a relationship with somebody else is surprising. And Ishii right there slams Macklin down hard. Once again, Macklin retreats to the corner. He's hurt. Definitely, he's feeling this match. Perhaps one of the toughest competitors he's ever been in the ring with. Ishii is punishing Macklin here for sure. Look at that. And Chris says Dakota Kai will be better in AEW or Impact. I agree, absolutely. AJ, look up a guy named Mickey Nicholas. Could that be an interview? Let's see. I feel like that name kind of sounds familiar. Let's see. Is that Nick Miller? Chris, Nick Miller, is that what you're talking about? Nick Miller. I'll write this down, brother. I'll try reaching out as well to Nick Miller. I think that's what you meant. Nick yes, that's right. Yeah, Mickey Nicholas, that's right. I'll try to reach out. That's right. I'm surprised too, Ricky, because Rhea, it seemed like she was in such a good relationship with that guy. But now that, she's in a relationship with Buddy, good for him. But good for them, I guess. But really, these days, no relationship lasts forever. None of them. And you're looking at Johnny Depp right now. Look at Johnny Depp and his ex-girlfriend or wife, whatever that was, Amber Heard. It's weird. Once again, I'm writing this down as well, Chris, the interview that you just suggested. I will be reaching out to everybody very soon. And he's a former of Mighty, alright, I see that. AJ, who do you want to see wrestle against Jax Dane for the NWA Heavyweight title at NWA pay-per-view Always Ready? By the way, I'm so ready for that pay-per-view Always Ready. I think it's going to be a great pay-per-view. I cannot wait for it. Looking forward to it. But who would I like to see against Jax Dane? Once again, there are a limited number of people that I absolutely love on NWA. There are very good challengers out there. I would like to see a lot of the fantasy matches. I would love to see Gimp against Jax Dane one day, but I understand this for the heavyweight title, so it's not going to be Gimp for sure. But I'd like to see maybe Nick Aldis once again, or JTG. Give me JTG versus Jax Dane, by the way. That'd be nice. By the way, I'm going to be interviewing JTG tonight. It's going to be an interview regarding his, everything that he's done this past year, or what he's going to be doing very soon in the future. So if you guys have any question for JTG, make sure to drop this question in the comments. And I will make sure to take those questions and ask J2G those very questions. So make sure to drop those questions down, and I will be taking those questions 100%, and I'll ask J2G them. As we can see here, Steve Macklin was going to go for the big chops to Ishii, but Ishii unmoved. Those chops did nothing, next to nothing to Ishii. Ishii with the reversal, and now suplexes Macklin down. Ishii trying to get up. This match is doing well so far. What a hard-hitting match so far. Look at that. That's right, Ricky, you're right that she was dating somebody from NJPW earlier. That's right. Wow. No, don't worry about that, Ricky. Much love to you, man. You're the best. And as we can see here, Steve Macklin all of a sudden rolls him up for the cover, and Ishii with a kick out. Steve Macklin, Ishii still going on, but Ishii with a kick out right there. Steve Macklin down, Ishii down. Macklin gets up, he's looking to end it. Look at that. Is he gonna be able to end it though is a question. He gets Ishii up. He's looking to put him through the finisher. Ishii gets out of it real quick, and now suplexes actually Macklin with the reversal as well. And Ishii now with an elbow strike to Macklin. Macklin down, slowly getting up. Ishii with the run up, and now with a big clothesline to Macklin. Macklin's turned upside down, and he goes down hard. Ishii gets him in position, is looking for a big bad suplex. That's right. Oh wow, lands him right on the neck of Macklin, going for the cover, and that's it, guys. Ishii gets the win. This is the win that he needed before fighting Josh Alexander. He needed to go over, and that's exactly what happened. Ishii with a big victory, and now he will be facing Josh Alexander, I believe, at Under Siege for the title very soon. Let's see how that goes. Sweet, now we have only one match left. This is going to be the last match of Jonah right here at Impact Wrestling. It's going to be Jonah versus PCO, the Monsters Ball match. Let's see how this goes. That's right, True with the 5-0, Andy with the 4-0, beautiful stuff. Let's see how this match goes, guys, because Jonah versus PCO is up next. Wow.
Listen, you need to be more dominant. You think you can dominate, Daddy? Yeah, get a rub. Oh, sweet Daddy, I can be more dominant. That's what you came to Swinger's Dungeon for, to get quick into shape.
All right, Johnny Swinger right there with the Swinger's Dungeon. Let's see how this goes.
Whoa, you even have a finisher?
No one never really got that far. Do you think you could help me?
Finish? Yeah, I can give you all the crabs. You know, the single leg, the double hooker, the Boston.
I don't know, Swing Daddy. I don't think that's going to make me very popular in the locker room.
Forget about popularity. That's the problem with you kids. You're too lippy. You understand me? You know what?
Swing Daddy right there with some, yeah. Wow. He's getting kinky right there. Look at that.
Is this used? Yeah, so what? Yeah, some kid left it in the dungeon.
Oh, wow. Are you kidding me? A gag ball right there. And he straps it on. This is weird. This is weird. Oh, dear. Wow.
Find me when you get to this house.
Wow. Weird for sure. Look at that. You gotta be kidding me. That was definitely weird. Yep. So, Bobby, right there. To answer your question right there, I know the answer. JTG has never ever wrestled Red Titus. He has never ever wrestled Magic Jake Dumas, but he has been in the ring with Mike Bennett and Nick Aldis. Let's take a look. Nick Aldis, I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, he's never been in the ring with Nick Aldis either, but JTG has been in the ring with Mike Bennett out of all those people. That's right. And everybody here says PCO. PCO's got to win. Chris, beautiful stuff. And Ricky, great. You guys are very impressive with the predictions here. The show has been predictable for sure here. And PCO, let's see who wins here. Do you think it's going to be PCO? It's going to be Jonah? I mean, I could have said Jonah if I didn't know that tonight is going to be his last night, his last match for the brand. But now that I know that his contract's not renewed, now that I know that Jonah is leaving the company, I got a feeling that Jonah is going down tonight and PCO is getting the victory. Let me know what you guys think. I would like to see Jax Dane versus Dom Latimer for the NWA World title. I'd like to see that too. That'd be nice. Dom would be nice. That's right. Again, if you guys have any question for JTG, let me know, and I'll be more than happy to ask them. You know, any question about Shad, about the Hall of Fame, anything at all, let me know, guys. I picked PCO, says Chris. That's right, I picked PCO too. And again, I would have easily picked Jonah. I mean, what a great guy he is, what a monster he is. I would have easily picked Jonah, but now that I know that he's going to be wrestling his last match tonight, it's definitely not Jonah, definitely not him. Take a look here. I'm just taking a look at, wow, the Great Khali here. So the Great Khali recently did an interview with the WWE. That's the only people that he does interviews with. So, let's see. So, Great Khali says that he started watching wrestling because of The Undertaker. He says that Undertaker was Khali's inspiration, and to get in the ring with him meant a lot. It's very close to his heart, and Khali says it meant a lot for him to be in the same ring as the great Khali. And he says that it's always been his dream to start a wrestling academy in India, which he has been doing right now. He's been doing a fine stuff. If you look at India, if you look at the wrestling scene in India, it's very interesting because wrestling is not. It's very interesting. I'll tell you what. India is an interesting market. Wait a second. So India is an interesting market when it comes to wrestling because the fans here, they love wrestling. Wrestling or WWE, they get the highest viewership from India, from across the world. India brings them the highest viewership. Millions of people watched WrestleMania 38 live from India. So they really get a lot of views from India, but if you talk about the local wrestling, you talk about the academies, the independent wrestling in India, nobody cares about that. I mean, it's not appreciated, it's not respected, and Khali's academy is no different. So it really has little to no respect in India itself. But if you look at, if you look at the impact that it's made, it sent a lot of the wrestlers from the academy to the WWE and also to AEW. So Khali is doing a good job, but not very respected in India itself. And I see Chris says PCO, True says PCO, Chris again says PCO. Can you ask JTG, would he like to wrestle in junior heavyweight division at NWA to wrestle against Homicide? That's a good question, Bobby. I'll make sure to ask him that for sure. Thanks for that. And Bobby says I picked Jonah. AJ asks JTG, does he see himself challenging for the singles title? For sure, Randy. I definitely will ask that question as well. I can combine the two. And can you ask him what wrestler he would like to wrestle in Deadlock Pro Wrestling and which run he liked better in WWE? His first run? Oh, that's right. That's right. I did ask him that question when I interviewed him for the second time, I believe. By the way, guys, I have done 4 interviews with him already, 4 or 5. We do one interview every single year. That's a tradition that we both have promised to each other that we're going to keep going. We're going to do one interview a year. That's for sure. So if you go back to the past playlist, the Wrassing Show playlist, you'll see multiple of those interviews on the show itself. One of those interviews is actually a career representative of Crime Time. It's a whole timeline of Crime Time from when they got started till the very end. You get to know all the stories that you probably didn't know about Crime Time through JTG. So take a look at that interview for sure. And of course the interview that comes out, I believe it'll come out in a few weeks here. It's going to be very fun. Alright. What is going on here? Jonah. Okay, Jonah getting his own Goldberg kind of an entrance here. Knock at the door and he comes out of the room. Alright. Let's see how this goes. Interesting. Wow. They're wasting no time with the flashy entrances. They're wasting no time with any of the crap. They are going at it. And you can see Jonah right there is trying to choke PCO with his own chain right there. And he pushes him, smashes him right there into the trash that was kept right there in the corridor. And PCO is trying to fight back now with the uppercut, now with those big punches to the head of Jonah. Jonah is shaken up. He's trying to run away from PCO, trying to regain control, or at least get away from PCO for the time being right now. PCO going after Jonah, laid the smack down right there on top of Jonah. He had the top dog, apparently. Jonah is down, PCO is in control. I would like to see JTG versus Kerry Martin. Can you ask him which indie wrestler does he want to see wrestle at NWA? For sure, Bobby. Yeah, that's good one stuff right there. And Ricky says, I picked Jonah. So one person here picks Jonah, and that's Ricky. But you know what, Ricky? I feel like Jonah is not going to be it because this is Jonah's last match. So unless Impact Wrestling is, super nice to their talent, it's probably not going to be Jonah. Let's see. Alright, and now we go from backstage to the ring. That kind of sucks because I was enjoying the whole backstage environment right there for this match. But now we're in the ring one more time. We're in the arena, at least on the stage here. Jonah and PCO going after each other on the stage right here in front of the audience. Yeah, PCO is in control still. Jonah is down. Look at that. And could he be looking for a big move here? They're on the edge of the stage right there. Is he looking to put Jonah away? Is he looking to slam him down hard off the stage? It seems like it. Yeah, he's got to go for the choke slam, and Jonah with the reversal right there. Wow, he was gonna put him down through the stage right there. But Jonah with the reversal, he pushes PCO away, and now we're back in the middle of the stage here. Interesting back and forth here so far. Jonah with a big elbow strike to the head of PCO. PCO will once again returning the favor. A big elbow strike right there to the head of Jonah. And now with an elbow strike to the back of Jonah's head. Jonah with a kick to the PCO's gut. PCO is hurt, but he's not staying down. He's trying to fight. Jonah once again with an elbow strike to the back of PCO. PCO is definitely shaken up here. And now with an uppercut to Jonah. Beautiful uppercut. Jonah is really shaken up here, as we can see. Again, a big uppercut to Jonah one more time. Big punch to his head. Jonah is down to his knee here in front of PCO, asking him for some mercy. Jonah now fighting back with an elbow strike to PCO's head. I do want to see JTG challenge for the world. I would love that, Bobby. And actually, I'm going to ask him that for sure, if he's going to be fighting for the world title at NWA. AJ, look up MLW Women's Flyweight Championship. They just revealed it. Alright, Andy, let's take a look at it. 1 second. Flyweight, yeah, that sounds interesting. Let's see. By the way, both of them go crashing down right there on the ramp over there. The steel ramp, it's got to be hurting. Both of them got to be hurting right now, as you can see here. Yeah, and with that being said, we switch to commercial. Yeah, very quick commercial right there. And I'm trying to look up the flyweight title, Andy, but I'm not able to find it yet. So I don't think it's up on social media yet. Nobody's talking about it yet. I'm looking at MLW's own social media, but I cannot find it. So hopefully I'll be able to take a look at it soon. But right now I can't see it. Maybe they just announced it, which is why I can't see it. And Bobby says, AJ, which tag team would you want to see wrestle against La Rebellion for the NWA World title? You know, once again, I want to go for the Briscoes. Of course, the guys who won the Crockett Cup, they should also capture the World Tag Team titles. So once they're done with the Impact Tag Team titles and they actually captured that title, they should go after the NWA Tag Team titles too, I think. And also La Rebellion versus Briscoe Part 2 would be very, very sweet, I think. So MLW Flyweight Championship. Once again, I'm trying to look it up, but I'm seeing nothing about it so far, brother. Nothing about it so far. Let's see. And again, we're seeing those Night Exchange hotline commercials. We've seen a lot of those tonight. The second hour of the night just gets very kinky. We got that swingers, kinky clubhouse right there backstage. And now we're seeing those commercials. So definitely wrestling headlines. Okay, wrestling headlines. Let's take a look at that website. Thanks for that. Right, wrestling headlines. Let's see. I see it now. Yeah. Thanks for that. Thank you for that, Andy. I see it. That's not a bad look at all. Actually, that looks like a pretty sweet title. I think that's a very small looking title, but still sweet. For flyweight, it makes sense, and I can also see the wings right there on the top corners of the title. So makes sense for the flyweight title. That title definitely looks fly. Good stuff. I like it, Andy. I like it. What do you think about it, though? Also, the shape is pretty nice. I mean, if you look at it, it's not round. It's not, it's an oval shape title. It's been a while since we've seen an oval shape title, so that's interesting. I like it. I dig it. I would like to see La Rebellion versus Matt Taven and Mike Bennett. That'd be nice, Bobby. Chris says, can he ask JTG his thought it was returning after Shad's passing and wrestling Brian Cage? Yes, Chris, I did talk to him about that as well. This was done right after Shad passed away. You know, about 3 or 4 months after his unfortunate passing. I did catch up with JTG and talk about all that stuff, and that was a very hard interview, perhaps one of the hardest interviews that I've done with JTG. I mean, he was very emotionally drained, so was I. But the interview that we did a year after it, he just seemed a lot more positive. He seemed a lot more ready to go, and I believe that the interview that we'll be doing today will also be even more better, because now his career is better than it ever was. Probably after the WWE, JTG is really making some noise now. After his run with the WWE, he's really finally getting some success in wrestling now, so that's great. And Jonah right there, he actually breaks that steel plate in two halves and just bangs it against the head of PCO twice. And we can see there it's the ring is a mess of steel chair, of the ladder, trash can, everything. Jonah is stacking up the steel chairs together right there. AJ, can you tell JTG he wants to go to AEW or wants to go back to WWE? Again, Ricky, I asked that as well. To him last time I spoke with him, and his answer was that he's open to everything. But I'm gonna be asking him one more time because, I told him that Jay, I really want to see you in one of those, on TV. But we finally have him on TV now. We have him on NWA, so I guess that works. But I'd like to see him in WWE or AEW for sure. It was funny because when Cody Rhodes was the TNT champion, JTG used to call him out on social media when he was doing the open challenges. JTG literally used to call him out every single day of the week, asking him to accept his challenge, asking him to, have him on the Dynamite and wrestle him for the title. But Cody Rhodes never accepted that challenge at all. But I guess JTG is happy where he is right now. Of course, NWA has been very good to him. He's calling NWA home right now. The last time I spoke with Jay, he was just getting started with NWA right there. Now he's basically a regular. So let's see what he says about the company now. By the way, Jonah has been put through the steel chairs. The same steel chairs that he has stacked, against each other right next to the corner of the ring. Jonah goes down right to the steel chairs thanks to PCO. And he's hurt. He's badly hurt. He's just fidgeting around the ring right there. He is in trouble, and you can see the look on his face right there. Jonah is in pain. May 13, MLW having their pay-per-view, Kings of Colosseum. That's when they'll be crowning the new champion is between Taya and Holiday. Okay, interesting. All right, and now we can see Jonah has the sledgehammer in hand. Okay, sledgehammer in hand. Interesting. I guess he's got to be, that's right, we saw it coming. Sledgehammer right there in the face of PCO. Jonah kisses the hammer once again. Does that mean he's going to NXT? Is that sledgehammer symbolic of anything? As he kisses the hammer before he gets in the ring right there. Grabs the trash can lid and smashes it against the head of PCO one more time. And throws it at PCO again. PCO slowly getting up to his feet. Jonah grabs the steel chair. Wow. He locks PCO's head in that steel chair, or at least he's trying to do that. Wow, okay. PCO's hurt, really hurt. I don't care if he's Frankenstein. Even Frankenstein would be hurt after being put through so much right there. Jonah is loving this. There you go. Asia can you do one half of the fixers. Jay Bradley. Absolutely, Bobby. I'll write this down, brother. I'll write this down. Would love that. You guys are great. Thanks for all the suggestions. You are the best. Thank you. Wow. By the way, once again, PCO is down. You can see right there, he's lying on top of all that steel. Jonah is in control. And if you look at the time right now, we have about 12 minutes left before the show goes off the air. Now, anything can happen in these 12 minutes. The tables can very well turn in Jonah's favor or against him. We'll find just how very soon. Jonah now stacking up the steel ladder. The ladder against the corner right there. In the corner, it's been stacked up. Jonah with an elbow strike to PCO. PCO trying to fight back. Jonah also trying to fight back. And PCO once again with the elbow strike. Back and forth right here. Jonah with a kick to PCO's gut. And he just throws him down right there head first into the steel chair that was lying on the mat. Jonah grabs PCO once again and push at... Okay, don't tell me that. He is about to smash him in that ladder that's stacked up in that corner. There we go. Wow. This is really working out for Jonah's favor here. Bad news for PCO. We could be seeing Jonah leave the company with a victory here over PCO. That speaks volumes. And Jonah is now actually dragging the table out from under the ring. It looks like he has something big up his sleeve here. And one more news, guys. I have another news coming up very soon. I'm actually working on a cinematic version of a match. I'm looking to do a new series of cinematic matches in 2K22, and the first cinematic match that I'm coming up with is gonna be the Drew McIntyre and RK Bro versus the Bloodline match that we're going to be seeing at WrestleMania Backlash. So I'm actually going to be, playing that match out in a very cinematic way in 2K22, and I'm going to be pushing it out very soon on the YouTube channel. So you're going to be seeing a very cinematic version of 2K22 that you perhaps have never seen before, and that match is going to be coming up on the channel very soon. Let's see. If I were to book the match, the six-man match at WrestleMania Backlash, how would I book it? You'll get to see it on the channel in a very cinematic way on 2K22 very soon. As you can see here, PCO is trying to fight Jonah back. Once again, Jonah stacked up those chairs, and he went through the chairs, and he stacked up the table ringside, and he could be going through the table as well. PCO is trying to fight back. Yep, there you go, with a big punch to the face of Jonah. Big punches right there to the gut of Jonah as well. PCO is fighting back now with an Irish whip into the corner. Jonah is, he's in trouble. PCO once again grabs him. Is he looking to suplex Jonah into the trash can? Let's see. Can he ask JTG when he will be wrestling at NWA? Absolutely, Bobby, for sure. Why not? Would like to see JTG wrestle at NWA pay-per-view Always Ready. That's right. I'll ask him if he's going to be wrestling at Always Ready, brother. Thank you for that. Once again, we are seeing both PCO and Jonah down in the ringside, and we have about 9 minutes left before the show goes off the air. And PCO there with a big dive to Jonah. There was a bit of a cut right there. Of course, Impact Wrestling is a pre-recorded show. It's not live. That's why we see a lot of edits here and there. Since we only have about 9 minutes before the show goes off the air, they're editing a lot of the stuff out so that the match can actually conclude in time in these 9 minutes. And now Jonah is laid down with his head out of the apron right there, and PCO is looking to fly. It looks like he's looking for a brutal move. That's right. He goes right there, wrecking ball onto Jonah's chest. Jonah is hurt, badly hurt. Once again, fidgeting around in the ring. Again, these edits are driving me crazy. They are editing a lot of the show. A lot of cuts here and there. You're not a big fan of these cuts. It's been a good recorded Impact show. That's right, Andy. That's right. Been a good show. And Bobby says, AJ, which faces on NWA do you want to see wrestle against JTG? You know what? I'll say I want to see Dirty Dango against JTG himself. His own partner against himself. Because, honestly, I want to see JTG have a singles run. I think he'd be great in singles action. Of course, he was doing a lot of singles wrestling in the independent scene, but NWA again decided to pair him up with Dirty Dango, and once again decided to have him in a tag team, so that's interesting. But I want to see him once again in a singles action one more time, and PCO is stacking up the chairs here. Jonah is in that corner. He's hurt. He hasn't moved ever since going right there, shoulder first into the ring post. He is still right there, frozen in that corner. PCO is stacking up the chairs against each other. I think he's going to be putting Jonah through it very soon. This could be how the match ends here. PCO is trying to regain his composure. Jonah is trying to regain his composure, but PCO grabs him. Wow, and Jonah puts PCO through those steel chairs. And his back actually meets the edge of those chairs, so that must hurt a lot. PCO down, Jonah with a big clothesline. Look at that, going for the cover. 1, 2, and PCO with a kick out. Can you ask JTG if he wants to wrestle Matt Cardona? For sure, Chris. That's a good question. I'd love to ask him that. Once again, all the questions that you guys are asking, I'm going to be writing these down. I'm actually screenshotting these, and I'm going to be writing these down, and we'll make sure to slip these questions in when we have a chat. And Jonah, look at that. Let's see. And he is grabbing some... Are those thumbtacks? They've got to be thumbtacks. Yeah. He grabs a little pouch from under the ring. It seems like those are some thumbtacks. So we could be seeing both Jonah and PCO going through some thumbtacks here. And that's what it is, guys. Thumbtacks have been brought into the picture, into the play here. He's just laying them all down right there in that ring, right behind PCO. So it looks like he's ready to put PCO through those tacks, but is he going to be able to do it? Or is Jonah going through those tacks here? Let's see. But he is getting PCO up for the power bomb. Wow. And PCO goes through those thumbtacks. That's going to hurt badly. Yeah, that's going to hurt. That's going to take a lot of efforts to get those tacks out of his back. But the good thing is that his back's not bare. He's wearing a top, what saves him from some damage. So it's not going to be as ugly as we've seen barebacks going through those tags. So not going to be as ugly. But Jonah right here is looking to fly. PCO gets up real quick. He's got to be a Frankenstein, to get... wait a second. He has a sledgehammer in hand. He could be looking to put Jonah away and actually could be putting him through that wooden table that's actually stacked ringside right here. And Jonah is actually looking to suplex PCO, but he's unable to do so. PCO hits him with the sledgehammer. Jonah goes down, and he goes crashing down into that wooden table that was stacked ringside. And that was a table that was stacked by Jonah himself. He's been put through that table, and PCO is in the ring once again with Jonah. He's looking to end it. It's got to be over now. I mean, just falling off the top turnbuckle, going down ringside, getting through that table, it's got to take a lot out of you. And that's exactly what happened to Jonah. I think it's got to be over. PCO is looking to fly. He's on the top turnbuckle. Jonah laid down flat. And there you go. He's able to do it. He goes flying down hard on Jonah, going for the cover. And Jonah not able to kick out. PCO wins the match. The last match of Jonah right here at Impact Wrestling. And he loses it. PCO with the win. Good for PCO. But Jonah, it's time for goodbyes right there, my friend. Hopefully we see him wrestle against Sue on television, but one thing's for sure, we're not going to be seeing him on Impact Wrestling for a long time. I would like to see JTG versus Sam Shaw would be nice for sure. Kenny asks JTG, where would you like to wrestle a new version? Oh yeah, that's a good one. Absolutely, I'll write this down as well. And once again, guys, great stuff. All of you were right. I don't think one of you were wrong here. All of you predicted the matches correctly. You did a great job with that. I know somebody, I think somebody predicted Jonah to win here, but no, Jonah is not going to win. Jonah did not win. It was his last match with Impact Wrestling, and he loses that match. So it's time for hey, goodbye for Jonah. I guess we're going to be seeing him somewhere soon, but we can only hope. We can only hope for the best. This was a good show. Impact Wrestling was decent. Raw was great. NXT was fantastic. AEW was good. Impact was good. It was alright show. So far, I would give this show a solid 6 out of 10. I think 6 out of 10 is a fair rating for the show. Nothing too crazy. It was a decent show, so I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10. But congratulations to all of you. All of you had a great score. You had a great prediction score. Bobby with the 4-1, Ricky with the 5-1. But apart from that, you guys all had great scores. Even the ones who had one predictions wrong, you guys did great. Great stuff, guys. 6 out of 10 from Ricky. Beautiful. That's right, Ricky. Beautiful stuff. Amazing. Alright, guys. I hope that you all enjoyed Impact Wrestling as much as I did. It was a good show. And I'm going to be seeing you. Thank you for that, Andy. Thank you for that. And I'm going to be seeing you all tomorrow for Rampage, for SmackDown, and for Level Up. But just a heads up, I'm going to be talking to JTG at 1 p.m. Pacific tomorrow, 1:30 p.m. Pacific. So, I could be going a bit over time because whenever we do talk, whenever we do an interview, it usually lasts long. Like, even after the interview, even after the camera stopped rolling, we talk and we chat for hours. So I'll try to wrap it up quickly and try to make it for Rampage real quick. But if I don't, just know why. And I will be seeing you for Rampage, hopefully, and for sure for SmackDown. Thank you guys once again so much. 10 out of 10 for Masha. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful. Andy, thank you. Ricky, thank you. Chris, beautiful stuff. 10 out of 10. True with an 8. Beautiful stuff, guys. Thank you so much. You all have a great night. Sleep well. And I'll see you all